In February this year, Higher Education Policy Institute polled 1,200 uni students and found 53% to have used AI to prepare their assessment. Honestly, I think this percentage is rather low considering the stigma around it. I think the true figure should actually be around 75 to 80% of the student population. Now, you yourself may have heard of ChatGPT, Perplexity, Illicit AI, Copilot. You've seen videos on how it can be used in your essays and research, but some questions still remain. Are you allowed to use it? How do universities detect AI use, and what are the consequences of it? In this video, we'll have a look at what AI use is permitted in UK universities. Naturally, this differs from university to university, so we'll have a look at the individual university policies to make sense of what their positions are with AI use. Now, we'll also look at how AI is detected and checked at universities, and also what to look out for and how to protect yourself if you decide to use it. So let's get started. The Russell Group universities have developed a statement on the principles of the use of generative AI to be followed by the UK universities within that group. Now, the Russell Group is a prestigious association of 24 leading public research universities in the United Kingdom. They are known for their excellence in research, education and innovation, and these universities are often considered one of the most elite and influential higher education institutions in the UK. These universities include popular universities like University of Birmingham, Cambridge, Oxford, Manchester, Cardiff, etc. The Russell Group also sets standards that other universities outside the group follow, such as Swansea University, that adopts the same Russell Group principles on AI even though they're not part of the group. The Russell Group Principles of Generative AI Use document states that our universities wish to ensure that generative AI tools can be used for the benefit of students and staff. And it goes on to say that the Russell Group universities will educate students on AI and support students on the use of it appropriately and effectively in their learning. Most universities by now have produced some form of policy on the use of AI. The most important thing to do is to check what that policy is at your university. The stance taken for each university differs. For example, University of Portsmouth has a golden rule. AI-generated content must not be included in your assessment submissions unless specified in the assessment brief and/or approved by your module lecturer. Now that suggests that you cannot copy and paste anything from generative AI to submit as your work. This even applies to text editing and proofreading, as the university specifically clarifies these in their examples. You can use it to suggest edits and grammar changes, but you have to edit it yourself. And you have to acknowledge the use of AI as well. University of Glasgow has a similar wording in its policy. Work that is not your effort, in other words, work submitted that is the work of AI, does not meet crucial requirements for assessment or academic or research integrity. However, further down the document, they clarify that they strongly discourage the use of AI tools to check your writing, and that can fall under the banner of academic misconduct and plagiarism. The policy wording at University of Manchester, on the other hand, seem to allow you to use it for spell checking, idea generation, and revise your understanding, etc. Now, they also note that students should be transparent about how AI is used via citation and keep records of these as well and keep the supervisors informed. So currently, what we are seeing is that even though universities are encouraged to support students on learning about AI, the policy around whether students can use AI is actually quite different between universities, and there are various ways in which AI use can be restricted at your university as well. A number of AI detection tools have been developed to detect the use of AI in the student submission. Most universities use Turnitin, which now comes with AI detection. The student's submission is first broken down into segments, and then the segments are run against their AI detection system. A score between 0 to 1 is being given, where 0 refers to what the system deems as not generated by AI, and one refers to writing that is completely written by AI. This Turnitin model makes use of the fact that the ChatGPT model is based on the text of the entire internet, which then allows it to generate sentences based on picking the next most probable words. This allows ChatGPT to generate the next word in a string of words in a consistent and probable manner. Turnitin's model makes use of this consistency to detect probability of AI use in the writing because human writing tends to be more inconsistent and very unique to the individual's writing style. Currently, the system is trained to detect writing from ChatGPT 3, 3.5 and 4, and they are expanding the system to detect content from other AI language models. There is a paper published in October 2023 by Walters that tested 16 AI detectors using 42 papers generated by ChatGPT 3.5, 42 by ChatGPT 4, and 42 papers written by students. Now, he found that Turnitin was among the top 3 AI detectors that were able to detect AI-generated content to a high accuracy. Now, this goes to show how effective Turnitin's model is at the moment. AI detection tools are not always being used. For example, at Portsmouth University, tools are not being used due to the lack of clarity about how the detection tools work and how they are being interpreted by the system. Instead, they rely on academics to spot signs of AI use such as the writing style, the lack of original insight, and inconsistencies in the work that may be telltale signs of AI involvement. As an academic, we look out for these red flags in our marking. For example, fabricated references, sudden changes in the tone of writing and the accuracy of grammar, and the depth of the analysis. It is very possible that academics can tell where AI is being used just by reading the writing, but admittedly, it is also very difficult to tell at times as well. Usually, where suspicion of AI writing in a submission, whether it is flagged by Turnitin or the marker, this will be raised to an academic offense panel who will seek more evidence from the student or even a supervisor. They can ask for things like evidence of prior drafts or working documents or raw background research to prove that it is your work. If you found this video educational and helpful to you and you would like to learn more, like and subscribe below and comment on how you have used AI in your own writing. Firstly, it is your responsibility to know your university's policy. Like we discussed earlier, policies can differ quite a lot on the specifics. You will need to be very clear on what is allowed, under what circumstances and usage it is allowed, and whether you need to ask for permission from your tutor. Next, keep an organized folder of your drafts and background research of your work. There can also be cases where original work can be flagged as AI written as well. False positives can also occur in AI detection software. By keeping a good audit trail of your work, whether or not you are going to use AI is generally good practice and can help protect you in cases of false positives. Finally, learn how to cite and reference the use of AI and how to declare the use of AI. Different universities have different ways of referencing AI use. Some universities require you to declare on the cover page and in the submission where and how you have used AI in your submission. I personally encourage my students to learn more about how AI can be used in your research. It's a valuable skill to have in the future as well, as companies start to expect AI literacy from graduates. However, you need to be very careful about whether the university permits this, and also make sure that AI is not replacing some other valuable skill that you should be developing or taking away some opportunities to develop skills like writing, proofreading, analyzing data, etc. If you are interested in how you can make use of AI in a meaningful way, an ethical way in your literature review, in your dissertation or your thesis, here is a video on my perspective as a supervisor, and also here's a video on how I've personally used it in my own scoping review search. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!